Hello everyone. Today we have with us Fatima Abdulaziz, a remarkable young writer. She is the author of the gripping adventure Revolution, with themes of science, rebellion, friendship, and hope. Revolution shows just how creative and impactful a young writer can be. Fatima, we are so happy to have you with us today. Welcome.
Thank you so much. Hi, everybody. I'm Fatima Abdulaziz. I am the author of Revolution, and it's a real honor to be here. Thank you so much.
Great, Fatima. We are also so happy to meet you over here. So, congratulations on your book, Revolution, and on being one of the winners of Writathon 4.0. What inspired you to write this story set in the world of Norovia?
I've always been fascinated by how power shapes people's lives, because Norovia started from imagining a city where something as basic as light was controlled by a corporation, that to a really powerful and harsh one. I wanted it to explore a world where hope was very scarce, but the determination of those four teens could spark a real change. And the story became about resilience, courage, and the idea that even in the darkest moments, people can create light if they're determined to. So that was a main inspiration behind it.
Wow, that's nice. A city where light is controlled by powerful corporation. I mean, how did you even think about it?
So
It's very unique.
I pictured a city which was basically split between privilege and struggle, where the rich live in constant light and the poor just get poorer. They basically are left in the shadows. So from that, I built the atmosphere, like the smoke, the silence, the flickering candles, and I wanted that to make the readers feel the city's tension, the despair, the situation that they're in. Norovia itself, I shaped into a character alive. It's basically alive with its own sights, sounds, emotions, all the sensory details that gets into a person.
Nice, Fatima. I mean, for your age, having this kind of thought and imagination is amazing. Kudos to you. So, see, in your story, there were these main characters, right? I mean, they are all so different. First of all, I want you to help me understand, how did you create those characters? What was going on in your mind? And whom do you relate it to the most?
Okay, so all the characters, they're unique in their own way. Like Zara is more responsible, and she refuses to say silent when she sees injustice. Idris, on the other hand, he's screen smart. Basically, he's very good with tech, with tools and all that. And then Lina and Sami, they're twins, and while Lina is good at strategizing, planning, and all that, Sami has a silver tongue. He knows what he can get what he wants. So all the four characters, I set them as teens. I didn't keep them as adults because I want my message should convey that these books are not for these books are not for to give an idea to an adults. I mean, adults know, but the change can only happen from the younger generation. We're the only we are the first generation to actually experience the difficulties of what this universe is doing, and what we have done to the universe, and we are the last generation that can make a difference about it. We are the only the last generation that can do something about it. So that was the main idea, where teens are doing it because they're younger. We should know that the younger generations are the one who are in the power to make that difference. And okay, so I relate most to Zara because she has a very deep sense of responsibility, and she's very strong-minded. She will not stay silent when she's in the face of injustice. And like her, I feel the urge to take action, which is mainly the reason behind writing such books, to create change rather than wait for somebody else. But determination, creativity, and empathy reflect how I try to approach challenges in real life. Actually, all my books, as of now that I've written, in some way or the other are connected to the SDG goals. And so I just want to be able to contribute to the big difference that the world's looking to.
Very powerful statements, Fatima. I mean, you're the first generation that's experiencing the kind of change that you're seeing, and perhaps the last generation that is going to change it also, right? So, I mean, amazing words for your age, Fatima. Great. See, the story that this entire story, right? I mean, Revolution actually has a mix of science, there's a friendship, hope, rebellion, and there's a lot of emotion in it, right? So, uh, what message did you want young readers to take away from Revolution?
From Revolution, I want them to understand that hope and courage are powerful, and change doesn't have to come from the top, the richest people, the greatest people. It starts with the people who are daring to act, working together and believing in themselves. Because Revolution shows that even small actions can ignite something much bigger, and that unity and persistence can overcome darkness. And also, another factor that age does not matter, because no matter how old or how young you are, it's about your mindset, your determination on how whether you want to do something or not. And as long as you're set on it, it's sure that you will get what you looked for or you were looking towards.
So viewers, if you're watching this, the story actually has so much of science and emotions in it, and I'm sure you all will enjoy reading the book. So grab this copy of Revolution. There's so much tech in that story, and I just want to check with Fatima if she really enjoys science and engineering in the real life.
Yes, I love science and engineering. I love experimenting and figuring out how things work. And I think, in a way, that curiosity shaped Idris and the technical challenges in the story. Like I mentioned earlier, Idris is a screen smart person and he's really good with tools. So I think that curiosity in science and engineering and experimenting, tinkering with things, that shaped Idris in a way. And the technical challenges that were faced in the story, and writing about circuits, solar panels, and improvised tech allowed me to combine that creativity with problem solving, which made the story feel alive, and you could feel the story.
Wonderful, wonderful. So coming back to the book fair, right? I mean, what was your reaction when you found that your story was selected for the third place, Writers on Folk
Oh,
Magic?
that I was overjoyed. I was ecstatic and honestly a little surprised, because I'd worked really hard on Revolution, and I knew that the entries that would come in, they'd be amazing, and I knew the competition was tough. So I didn't know what to expect. Not to mention all the authors who got selected, and didn't get that. All of them had written such beautiful stories that I myself am so shocked that I got it, because everyone who wrote their stories so well. And winning it actually felt like I didn't know what to expect actually. So winning it felt like a recognition, not just to the story itself, but the hours, the edits, the effort, the ideas that I poured into the story, basically.
Well, congratulations on that again. So
Thank
you
you.
are in your teen and you're a published author already. And so how is your family, friends, how are they reacting to your book when they saw it? No?
They incredibly proud and supportive. My family and my siblings, they were so emotional and excited for me. My friends were really looking forward to reading it, and I could, everyone was like, "Oh, I want a copy of your book. I want to read it." And my mentors, actually, especially Adiba ma'am, because she was the one of the teachers who made me start writing when I was in 5th or 4th grade. There's this competition called VOFG. It's Voices of the Future Generations, and it's by Elf Literature. So basically, they do this competition, and she had encouraged me to write in that. And there, I got selected as a gifted writer. And so I would give a lot of credit to her, because she was overjoyed to see, like, a lot of my mentors, and especially her, they were overjoyed to see my ideas come to life. And everybody's guidance, encouragement, and belief in me pushed me through moments of doubt. And seeing them celebrate the finished book, the finished product, made me realize how meaningful the journey had been, not just the result.
Great. I think that's very important. The journey is more important than the result.
Yeah, in many
Yes,
ways.
we are also very happy that Lanasa could be part of it. And thanks a lot for being part of our journey.
Yeah.
So, what would you like to say to other young writers who dream of creating their own worlds, their stories, but they're struggling to start?
My advice to them is, you can't get a finished masterpiece without a rough sketch. Start messy, start imperfect, start now. Because every draft, every mistake, and every late night rewrite is a part of building something real. don't wait for the right time or the perfect inspiration. Sure, right, fail, keep going, because your story will only become alive when you have a raw, unpolished step that you take for you to polish. You can't make a master, like I said earlier, you can't make a masterpiece without a rough sketch, and that rough sketch is necessary to become something great. So yeah, that's my advice to them. So to all the people who are watching, please just start. Everybody has the idea. You just need to be able to translate that into a story or a book or any form of writing where you can share your thoughts. So yeah, that's my advice.
It's wonderful, wonderful, Fatima. That's a great message to all these young writers.
Thank you
Thanks a lot for your time today, and it was
so much.
lovely.
I'm really grateful for this opportunity. Honored to be here, really.
We had a wonderful conversation. Thanks a lot. And
Thank you
best
so
wishes for your future work. I mean, keep writing.
Thank you.
I'm sure you'll find even more inspiring stories that can change the way people think about the world,
Yes.
about things. Amazing, Fatima. Thanks a lot. And to
Thank you
viewers
so
who are
much.
watching, my name is Arun. I'm one of the co-founders. And we just had a conversation with Fatima, who's a young author. Thanks a lot for watching this video. We'll catch up again with another author. Thank you. Bye.